Hey guys, today I'll be reviewing Rom&nd Zero Velvet Tint. These are the OG of the blur tints in Rom&nd. There are 17 shades in the original line, 4 shades in 2020 Fall-Winter collection, and 4 more in 2021 Spring-Summer, which are also a part of Vintage Filter collection. This seems to show that it is a tint well loved by many, and you will definitely find a shade that you want. What I have with me are 1 from the original line, 1 from 2020 Fall-Winter collection, and 2 from Vintage Filter collection. Both the original and the shade from 2020 Fall-Winter collection have the same smooth plastic packaging that match each of the shade, while those from the Vintage collection come in different frosted tubes to capture the vintage vibe. I didn't like this packaging at first, but it slowly grows on me and I found them to be quite cute now. It has a fairly stiff and angular applicator that applies fine, but tend to pick up a lot more products than you would typically need for one application. For the texture, it is pretty velvet-like and glides on smooth with a matte finish. It is not as lightweight and blurring as compared to Rom&nd new product Blur Fudge Tint. I would think that the formula is very close to Peripera Ink The Velvet, another OG and stable product in Peripera. Zero Velvet Tint is more matte than Ink The Velvet. I found Peripera Ink Mood Matte Tint to be airier and lighter in texture than Zero Velvet Tint, as Zero Velvet Tint seems to have more pigment and weight to it. For the transfer test, as the tint has great pigments, it will get smudged. However, what's left on the lips is still very beautiful and vibrant. This is the smear test in wiping motion, and with micellar water, it also comes off very easily. It has a very strong perfume-like scent, but thank God, I cannot taste it and it also does not linger much. Here's how it wears down after about 7 hours. I wore it throughout the day after filming that day. Shall we now move on to the swatches? Number 15 Rusk Rusk is orangey brown tone that suits our warm medium skin tones. There is a ton of yellow tone in this shade, so if you'd prefer the bright or the neon kind of orange, you might want to skip on this. For me though, I really love this shade for how warm and yellow it looks. It will be one of my go-to shades to pair with warm tone makeup looks. The next shade, number 21 Feelin Vest, is a gorgeous shade from the Fall-Winter collection. I fell in love with it the moment I saw it. It is such a cool red shade that leans a little towards the plum. If you are in a lighter skin tone, it would look deep on you, but for me, I just wish that it is a tad deeper as I would like it to be more vampy looking. Nonetheless, it wears lovely for both gradient and full lips. Next, we have number 23, Vintage Taupe. It really suits its name as it is a taupe that looks vintage, the kind of shade that you would normally see in the 90s. Although it becomes a little less brown on my lips then when it's swatched on my arms, as it gets mixed with my original lip color, I still really love this shade. If you have similar skin tone to mine, and love brown lip colors, I highly recommend you to try this. Last but not least, number 24 Fade Red is a shade I would describe as a neutral toned down red. I love that the shades in Vintage Filter collection are muted as compared to the rest of them in Zero Velvet line. It is not as cool, although it has a bit of pink base when smudged out. I like to wear this in a gradient fashion for daily wear. It is a toned down red when wearing in a full lip. If you are looking for a red that is not so in the face or bright kind, you can definitely check this baby out. Let's take a look at all 4 shades swatched on my arm before moving on to the shade comparisons. For shade comparison of Rusk Rusk, we have Peripera Ink Matte Tint in number 7, Juicy Red, Ink The Velvet in number 11, My Coral, and Rom&nd Blur Fudge Tint in number 1, Pomeloco. It is yellower and deeper in tone than My Coral, while the rest of the shades are more coral than orange. Here's how they stain after wiping them with a cotton pad soaked in micellar water. Next, for comparison with Feelin Vest, we have Blur Fudge Tint in number 8, Currant Jam, Zero Velvet Tint in number 24, Fade Red, and Espoir Couture Water Velvet Tint in Feelin Tipsy. Feelin Tipsy is the deepest shade out of all. Here's how they stain after wiping them with a cotton pad soaked in micellar water. Now moving on to the Vintage Taupe for comparison. We have Peripera Ink The Velvet in number 23, Nutty Nude, number 25, Cinnamon Nude, number 1, Good Brick, and Rom&nd Blur Fudge Tint in number 4, Radwood. Vintage Taupe has the second most blurred finish and is the coolest in tone among these. Here's how they stain after wiping them with a cotton pad soaked in micellar water. Lastly, for Fade Red, I have prepared Rom&nd Blur Fudge Tint in number 8, Currant Jam, Peripera Ink The Velvet in number 16, Heart Fuchsia Pink, and Rom&nd Zero Velvet Tint in number 21, Feelin Vest for comparison. Fade Red is the most muted among these and has lighter pink base to it. Here's how they stain after wiping them with a cotton pad soaked in micellar water. First shade combination is so pretty in my opinion. Rusk Rusk as a base and Fade Red in the inner part of the lip. It brightens one's complexion and creates a very lively mood. Don't you think so too? I highly recommend you combine these 2 shades if you have them. Next, combining Vintage Taupe and Feelin Vest would give you that moody mood. This also will look very beautiful with a light smoky eye with lesser Feelin Vest in the center of the lip. This is all I have for today guys. I love the Zero Velvet tints for a wide range of shades it has to offer in the line. The texture is comfortable on the lip despite it being on a heavier side as compared to the other tints nowadays. The shades are also very pigmented and have velvety finish that blurs the lip. I'm pretty sure you have heard of these babies before as they are fairly old products in the beauty world, but definitely something that you would not want to miss. Thanks for watching till the end, and I hope that this video was helpful for you. See you in my next video.